you know you should be glad. With a love like that, you know you should be glad. And with a love like that, you know you should be glad. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Welcome to the Light Choir season. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, there's been a lot of stuff that's happened since we last did it. Me and the guys have essentially all kind of stayed together as a band, and we kind of said to ourselves, like, well, while we're waiting, because we're so keen, we were like, while we're waiting, why don't we just, you know, see how it goes, get the band together, play a few gigs, see how it goes. And obviously, like, since the show, we'd got a lot of exposure.
We're like a Beatles band, but we play it like a bit more, I don't want to say modern, but a bit more rocky than what the Beatles did.
Yeah, we've done birthdays, we've done like the Cavern, like we said, we've played at the Cavern, and recently we've just done a charity gig sponsored by the Cavern, which was fantastic. It was, yeah, great to get a big crowd and, yeah, carry on with the music essentially.
For me personally, because of my performance as Brian Epstein at the Moondogs, I was invited to the Brian Epstein statue unveiling by the 5th Beatle Project, which was fantastic as well. So that was quite a rewarding experience that I left enough of an impression for, you know, an organisation like that who are solidifying Brian's legacy. To be invited to that event after playing him in the play was, yeah, it was quite a compliment indeed.
Well, luckily enough, I know we're all actors and we're all playing in our roles, but we are really good mates outside of this. We've been going for food and stuff and like drinks. Not only that, we're keeping like the vibe together, if that makes sense, the vibe alive as friends, because considering obviously we're acting together. But not only that, but I also do think that as Moondogs, like who we are, like I know for example Jesse, Marky and obviously Julian, they've been performing outside of this. Obviously they perform in the play themselves, but they've been doing loads of shows and stuff in the cabin, doing all sorts. So that's been keeping the Moondogs alive very much.
So, as well as playing Brian Epstein, this time round I've been appointed as the director for the Moondogs. How I was approached, I was asked by Ashley. Ashley had seen 𝐷𝐴𝐿𝐿𝐼𝐿𝐼𝐿𝐼𝐿𝐼 at one of the online film festivals, I don't know which one.
I was familiar with Andrew Games from just being in the same circles, and Andrew had made a film called 𝐷𝐴𝐿𝐿𝐼𝐿𝐼, and it was going through the film circuit. I'd seen Dandylicious on an online film festival. I was aware of Andrew already at the time. I'd seen the film and thought he was just starring, and it was only at the end I'd seen he directed it as well.
The next time I saw him, he asked me, I didn't know you were a director as well. I said, yeah, I'm a director as well as an actor. And he went, oh, okay. And we didn't speak much about it at all after that. I actually forgot all about it. But little did I know the whole time he was thinking about a new direction for the play, and he felt that I was suitable.
I was very impressed with the film overall. It was a big cast. He knew what he wanted. He gets it done, to be honest. The cast was obviously already knew him. Everyone got on well. And even when it come to the Moondogs the first time round, he kind of had a lot of input in he was on the same page. If I had something to say, anything, like if I had an idea, I tended to just run it by him and just, you know, I valued his opinion after seeing the film. And he always gave good advice, and kind of from then, it was already in the back of my mind that he shares the same vision as I do, especially, you know, for the play. He wants the same direction as me. We're on the same page. After I'd left it some time, by now Andrew was directing, so we met up and we had a full read through. We were acting in characters, read the lines out between us, and that's where we literally just went through with a highlighter and just got rid of basically all the nonsense. Anything that didn't move the play to the next scene, or it didn't have any benefit at all, we just got rid of it, and it kind of left us with a lot of work to do, because half of the play had just been, not the overall story, that stayed the same, so we had to fill in these blanks without just again filling it in with anything, just to flesh it up a little bit. So we added a new character in. The other guys, they don't really need a backstory, because subconsciously you already know their story anyway, so even if you go in and every single one of them, it's not super explained, their stories, or how you already have this preconception of who they are anyway, so without knowing it, you don't kind of need that. Whereas Lucy Desmond, she's the only made-up character in she was the only made-up character in the play, and some of the feedback from the first play was who was she? She weren't really given a backstory as such, so we've kind of fleshed her up a bit. There's a lot more depth to her. Overall, the story stayed the same, like I said.
My name is Harry Privet, and I'm going to be playing the role of John Lennon. I found about it through word of mouth. I was working really closely with Mr. Jordan Kennedy, who plays Paul McCartney in the show. Heard about it through him, and then I noticed the Moondogs were making waves when they were doing the promotional gigs to promote the show, and you know, they are a band outside of the play as well. And I think I had the opportunity last time to play John Lennon the first time round. You know, I remember telling Jordan I was that close to being him, but then I got to be an audience member, you know, but got there eventually.
I'd seen Harry in a play called Wonder alongside one of the other Moondogs actors, Jordan Kennedy, and I thought Harry was fantastic. We auditioned Harry, and Harry was, he just understood the part. He was off script. He hadn't just learned the lines, he hadn't just learned who John Lennon is, he had studied it, he'd studied the lines, he'd studied John Lennon, he embodied John Lennon the moment he walked into that room, and he was fantastic, and you know, I'm really happy with the casting there with our John Lennon.
I had a lovely time at the audition. I'm a huge Beatle fan anyway, so there's an awful lot, probably too much I knew about John Lennon going in. So the research, first time round, I really wanted to get the voice down, get the nuance of the mannerisms of John, the nuance of him, the personality of him. But that was just the first time round. Now that I'm actually in the show, the next obstacle is to make him more three-dimensional, which I think this new rendition of the Moondogs allows for all the characters really to do a lot more this time around, which is very exciting.
The script read-through has been amazing tonight. It's been great to see everyone. It's great to see Harry mix with everybody else as well. We were missing Mark Reeder, his son Junior, and Jordan and his sister Heather. They're still a part of the production, but they're rehearsing for another show at the moment, so they couldn't be with us this evening, but they are still a part of the play, which is really good and exciting.
Oh, it's been fantastic. Like, I mean, obviously I'm friends with a lot of the cast outside of the production as well, so it's nice to see their faces again, but also faces that I haven't seen necessarily like every other day, so it's been wonderful to, you know, just catch up and just see what everyone's been up to. And yeah, it's obviously great to be around these sort of people because, you know, they know what they're doing. We can, you know, have a play around with everything and stuff, get full of grips of the script again. And yeah, it's just a lovely atmosphere, really, like, yeah, puts me at ease a lot.
I've had a really good time. There are loads of people here that I've not worked with properly before, but I get the opportunity to do it now, and it's a community, you know, and it's going to be built around this one play. You know, like I said, there's life outside of this play. There's a whole field of Beatles music to venture into, and the history and the actual band Moondogs outside of the play as well. And there's a lot to delve in, which is very thrilling for me.
I've missed it. I have truly missed it. I didn't know how much I missed it until I came here today. And just, you can't beat that vibe of all of us together in one room. I think it's great, to be honest. And I think everyone just bounces off everyone perfectly. Not to sound cringy, but it's true. So yeah, I'm really glad to be back here after seeing everyone in 8 months.
No, it's been brilliant. It's been like a family reunion sort of thing, just meeting up with everyone again. And I'm just buzzing to get to rehearsals because I'm just, yeah, spending that much time with everyone again. Just can't wait for it.
The last time we got a lot of feedback from the last time that we did it, saying that people were really interested in the character of Lucy, but obviously they wanted more. They wanted to kind of see kind of the nitty-gritty side and kind of delve into that. So it was really nice to kind of reread the script and see like how much work obviously the guys have been doing behind the scenes, you know, Ashley and Andrew. So it's been really nice to see kind of how they've added in little kind of bits, I don't want to give too much away.
I think Michael's a part of it a lot more now, if that makes sense, compared last time. I think he was part of it quite a bit, but now with the character he is, I think the audience gets to truly have a look inside Michael and his little funny character himself and his rudeness, which is yet to come. And also, not only that, I think now they get to see Michael, how like ambitious he is, considering obviously, don't want to ruin anything, but Michael does do something very ambitious in front of the cast.
The last time the Moondogs was on, it was directed by a 19-year-old who was able to take that to the Epstein Theatre. The Epstein Theatre at 19, that's no small feat, That's quite an accomplishment. I have big shoes to fill, so I've got to deliver. It's an opportunity I relish. I feel like I have what it takes to do that and to carry the weight of a feature-length play, 2-act play, as a director. So I'm really looking forward to it. But it's not just me. It's everyone. It's the cast. It's the crew, the musicians, the costume designer, the writer. It's everyone involved. It's a collaborative effort. The Moondogs is not just a cast. It's not just a play. It's not just a production. It's a community. You know, the camaraderie is really strong. I hope everyone coming to see the Moondogs enjoy it just as much as we're going to enjoy performing it as well.